So I'm sitting here doing my usual, my little casual scroll through YouTube, see what's popping, that kind of stuff, right? And I see this devil fruit from One Piece. This man made a devil fruit from scratch, and they consumed it. Let's check it out. All right. Start with the little scene from first few episodes. Nah. Imagine if you were Shanks in that position. Was each a devil fruit?
なんだ今の。お前が食ったのはゴムゴムの実だ。ゴムゴムの実は悪魔の実とも言われて、食えば全身。
My glasses are like so small like from my face.
泳げない体になっちまうんだ。
Hello there, welcome back.
That was pretty
to another
clean.
episode of Anime with Alvin. Today,
Anime
I will
with
be making
Alvin,
the
okay.
Devil Fruit from one of the most famous anime of all time.
Yo, let him
One
cook.
Piece. In the show, a devil fruit
Wait.
is a rare species of fruit
Oh,
that gives.
I was like, yo, what devil fruit's that? And I realized it's just a melon. I'm a very wise man.
Whoever eats it a superhuman-like power, but makes them unable to swim as a cost. I wasn't really able to find one of those when I went to the grocery store, so how about a devil fruit cake instead, using the precious Japanese crown melon. So first I'm going to start by making a
Japanese
simple
crown
sponge
melon.
cake. In a stand mixer,
Oh,
I'm
sponge
combining
cake.
6 whole eggs, 6 egg yolks, 300 grams of sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla. I like to whip this until it hits that nice ribbony stage, about
I
5
low-key want to
minutes.
try something
While
like this,
that
make it a
ribbons are
video.
working, I'm sifting 225 grams of cake flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and half a
'Cause
teaspoon of
I will
kosher
say
salt
this.
onto it.
I do have a plan of doing cooking videos as like cooking like Sanji or this is kind of like, that kind of stuff. But making a whole devil fruit, I didn't think about that. That's I'm about to grab your idea, twist it,
Sheet of parchment.
make it better.
Little volcano. And then I'm combining
Butter.
50 grams of unsalted butter.
It's gonna be,
and
like, so,
120
like,
grams of whole milk into a
demented
saucepan
looking.
and melting it off camera. Once those ribbons are nice and beautiful, I'm slowly folding in our sifted flour mixture using a large spatula and trying to make sure I don't knock out those beautiful air bubbles. Once
Beautiful
that's pretty
air
much
bubbles.
there, I'm pouring that
Oh,
heated
yeah, 'cause
butter
it's
and
sponge
milk
cake,
into a
right,
bowl
right,
and
right.
putting in about 2 cups of our finished fluffy batter. This acts as kind of a sacrifice so that when we put this back into our original batter, it won't ruin all the bubbles, because if we just put the butter in first, that would have been a little messy. Our finished
okay.
sponge cake batter
You
is
gotta
now
watch this
evenly
process.
divided
Watch them
among 2
closely.
sheet trays lined with
Wait, why are
parchment
you finding
paper.
it out?
I kind of eyeballed this, so one may be a little more spongier than the other. After lightly spreading
I
the
don't get
batter
it.
into the edges to make sure that we get a nice shape,
I'm letting him
these go
cook,
into
but I
a
don't get it.
preheated
Or let him bake.
375-degree convection
I'm letting him
pan
bake.
oven for about 10 to 12 minutes until everybody's nice and happy. Back to our precious melon. The Japanese crown melon is a certain kind of musk melon. It's prized for its
Muskmelon?
intricate netting and super juicy insides. I have a
What's a
plan for this devil
muskmelon?
fruit cake, so bear with me. First, I'm going to take off the sticker. I am the melon now. Then I'm going to slice off the top. Taking
Indeed.
a moment to smell the melon and appreciate its delicate insides. Then after
It
removing
has
the
to
seeds,
stink.
I'm
It's called a
attempting to take out the
muskmelon.
inside fruit in as large of and solid of a piece as possible. Now that the fruit has been removed, I do have a plan for this to come back in later. For now, we're going to let the base and top chill on a paper towel to drain any excess juice.
Okay.
Good melon. For a
That's
greater
a good
selection
melon.
of fun fruits, I've
Good-
decided
good
to
melon,
incorporate
good melon.
kiwis, strawberries, and mangoes into this devil fruit cake. I'm just cutting these into thin slices, roughly maybe a 1/6 to 1/8 of an inch. I did not have a ruler with me, so results may vary.
Yeah, I was about to
Since the fruit
say,
has been sliced
how do you
thinly, I'm now
calculate
moving
that
on to
exactly?
making a stabilized whipped cream. I personally enjoy whipped cream instead of frosting or buttercream inside a light fruit
How do you
cake, so
even
this
make
is how I
this
like
stuff
to
from
make it. In a
scratch?
small bowl, I'm first blooming a little packet of gelatin, about 7 grams, in 80 grams of hot water, around 180.
I feel like this actually exists, but if there's like One Piece cookbooks, let me know. Like specific great god tier ones, all right? Because I'm gonna do some cooking soon.
Not boiling though, because that
Let
will
me
deactivate
cook.
the
If it comes out
While the
burnt,
little
I don't want to
buddy
hear
blooms,
nothing. All
I'm now
right.
moving to a stand mixer.
I don't wanna
and
hear
whipping up
not a
650
word.
grams of cold heavy cream with 50 grams of powdered sugar and a pinch of salt. Once I see soft peaks, I'm
Salt?
slowly pouring in that bloom
You
gelatin
put salt in
from earlier.
cake?
This whipped cream
What?
stabilized. Hey look, our sponge cakes are done. So I'm going to take roughly between 4 to 6 inch pastry rings and cut as many circles as I can with varying sizes.
Wait,
All
why?
according to the plan. And I know there's going to be a lot of extra scraps or extra circles and extra fruit at the end of this.
I don't know
because
why
I
he's
really
doing that.
don't like wasting food for videos. I'm going to make a
That's
nice
fair.
big snack for everybody later. Kendall found a beautiful trifle dish, so I'm laying down our cake scraps, followed by chunks of our crown melon because it was actually too juicy.
I'm like
and
actually
soft
not
for the
understanding
preparation
why
that we
he's
were gonna
doing
do
this.
later. This is followed by our extra stabilized whipped cream that didn't fit in the pastry bag, and repeating with cake scraps brushed with any of leftover crown melon juice as a syrup, different fruit slices, stabilized whipped cream until the very top is full. I guess you could call this a fun fruit trifle. But this must go away for now, as we have business to attend to.
Letting it chill,
Alright,
maybe?
so here's my plan. I'm gonna make a fruitcake inside of this melon. So I'm gonna lay down first the smallest diameter of a cake that I cut out from earlier, followed by a nice ring of stabilized whipped cream. Then I decided our
Okay.
first fruit layer shall be mango. This goes down on its nice cream bed, and this is followed by another layer of a slightly larger
Oh, so he's stuffing the melon with the cake stuff to make the insides like layer up. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Brushing the cake layers with the excess melon juice will not only give it flavor, but also help it compress more. Then I'm going to repeat with more stabilized whipped cream, this time strawberries.
Nah,
and
he's
cake.
cooking right now. I'm
Now,
not gonna
this
lie.
isn't my original idea. Making an entire
Oh,
fruitcake
it's
inside
not?
of a fruit is commonly found in
Oh.
YouTube videos that I've watched. Particularly those really cool street food videos showcasing vendors just really good at their
No,
job.
street
and
food
making
videos
a
go
ton
crazy.
Of these melon fruit
Like
cakes.
the Korean street food videos, those look. I was watching XQC and he was reacting to them. Bro, those look so good.
So that's
so
where the
good.
inspiration came from for this. Once our crown melon is filled to the brim with layers of cake, stabilized whipped cream, and various amounts of delicious fruit, it's time to wrap this up and let this set in the fridge.
Okay.
Because it's now time to move on to the exterior of the devil fruit. Most, if not all, devil fruit have a signature S swirl on their exterior, no matter what kind of power they might give to the
True,
user. This fruit,
true.
the Gomu Gomu no Mi, can be identified by a purple spherical fruit studded with the signature S swirl pattern. And I tried really hard to think of a creative, fun, and delicious way to do this, but I only
that
ended up with
fondant?
fondant. I'm
Yeah,
first
it is,
rolling
okay.
out a large sheet of purple fondant to approximately
There is no way I'm
a quarter
replicating
inch
this.
thick. And by using simple
I'm
syrup as
gonna
an
give it a
adhesive
try,
to the
though,
melon
but there's
itself,
just
this
no
will form a
shot.
nice base layer for our decorations. Kind of like if Thanos went and shaved his head. Very satisfying. To
Very
achieve that
satisfying.
swirly S pattern, I decided to make individual S's that would go and cover the entire surface of this devil fruit, which means it's a lot of work. The strategy that I found most effective was to cut thin strips of fondant, curl the front and curl the back in opposite directions to make an S. Then stick it right on the base. But doing these all by hand and going one by one took a lot of
That
time.
might take you a
I ended
long
up
time
sitting
to do.
down halfway through. Lower back problems are not something I want to have. But at
Fair,
the end of the
fair,
day,
fair,
pretty
fair.
happy I did this all one
That
by
looks
one.
so cool.
It definitely looks like a fruit that you don't really want to mess with. Or do you?
That looks
And
so
for the
cool.
final decoration, we're returning its nice curly stem back to the top on its head. And I present to you our version of
That's
the Gomu
sick.
Gomu fruit from
That's
One
actually
Piece.
that's so sick.
Alright, just gonna go outside and... Oh.
Oh, devil
Is this
fruit.
someone's fruit? Nope, no one's around.
Just eat a
Alright.
random fruit you find.
Guess it's mine. Oh. Oh. To properly serve this devil fruits cake, I decided to cut it open for a nice cross section. In 3, 2, 1. Ta-da!
Yo,
do have to say,
that looks so
Those
good.
layers are pretty cool. You can clearly see each layer of cake, fruit, and cream hidden inside this beautiful melon.
I'm
Although I'm a
thinking.
little bit sad I wasn't able to actually
I'm
incorporate the
thinking.
fruit from this crown melon into it. That'll come back in later. But to serve, I'm cutting each half into wedges and quarters. This is how I believe they're commonly served, and this is how I would serve it if I had friends coming over. Oh, this is really good. It's a really, really light and delicious fruit-forward cake, but the fun part is that the fact that the cake has actually absorbed not only the juice from the melon we put in, but also eating it from a melon imparts a slight, refreshing, clean melon flavor that I don't think you would get if you just put melon in it itself. This has to be eaten from the melon inside. And in about 2.6 seconds, this has now joined the Clean Melon Peel Club. But wait, we still have our trifle. Now, I'm
Oh,
actually
I forgot
really
all
excited to
about
eat
that
this
stuff.
because this has
I
the
really forgot
majority
all
of
about
our
that.
melon fruit inside of it. There's an interesting phenomenon when you bite into the flesh of the melon and it just goes juice everywhere, but then the cake just absorbs all of that. Now that is really cool. Wait, let me just get
Dude,
my
it's making me
fork
so
for the
hungry.
Bite. Okay, just yes, there it is. Nothing weird at all.
What? Am I missing something? Okay, here's what I gotta say, right? I'm gonna make 3 fruits. All right. I'm gonna make Smoker's fruit because Smoker's he got that dog in him. Luffy, obviously, and then I'm gonna do Aces. And they're gonna be peak. Just give me some time. I'd say I'm gonna do this it might be a while. I'm not gonna lie. I'd say 3 or 2 months, and I'm baking. I'm baking. And that's it. And I'll catch you guys next one. Bye bye.